Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the State in History, aka TDH. I'm Alexander, UVRU. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. What was that noise? It's a weird noise. Anyway, today is Thursday, aka Thursday, June 25th, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. We have a 42-page document to go through today, so let's see. Let's get us started. I'm going to save the thumbnail and the title to say to Loon later on, although I think we've already covered that earlier. Anyway, starting us off in the year 253, St. Lucius I began his reign as Catholic Pope. Okay, I guess today's going to be a Pope Day. Moving on up to 1096, the First Crusade slaughtered the Jews of Werlinghofen in Germany. Yikes. 1258, War of St. Sebastian, the Battle of Acre, the Venetians defeated a larger Genoese fleet sailing to relieve Acre. Now, keep that in mind. This is one of two instances that we have of ships coming in to relieve another force and instead getting involved in something themselves. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
This is, of course, the Golden Loon here.
Yes.
Yeah. 1266, we have the Siege of Kenilworth Castle. Began by forces of King Henry III. At 172 days, it was one of the longest sieges in English medieval history. Wow. 1298, the Rindfleisch persecutions. 250 Jews were killed in Rothenburg, Germany. It's telling me to look that up, but yeah, I'm gonna look that up here just to see if there's a wiki of these persecutions. Okay, yeah, these massacres. So I'm gonna start the underbar section here. Oh yeah, before we go, we've already covered the title and thumbnail though. The fork, barbed wire, two new ancient humans, and of course here's the thumbnail. But
oh yeah,
I sent all that stuff to you on Discord earlier.
Yep.
So but we have the Rindfleisch persecutions. So if anybody out there wants to read more about this or anything like that, these links that we collect throughout the show will be in the underbar description after the live stream, as per usual. We already have a lot of cool stuff down there, though, if you'd like to check it out. But we're going to go on here to 1357. The English defeated a French fleet, which aimed to bring relief to the besieged Calais at the Battle of Crotoy. So here we go. As I said, there's two instances. The earlier one was not too far here, 1258, War of St. Sebastian. You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that's coming up.
Yeah, really interesting that same thing happened twice in
200 years later.
Yeah, and not just that, but on the same calendar day too.
Yeah,
wild.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, like that type of event, like it's so circumstantial.
Yeah.
For it, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Moving on up to 1401, the Schaffhausen massacre. 30 Jews were executed following torture after being accused of a blood libel in Schaffhausen in present-day Switzerland. Wow, so we have 3 Jewish articles today already. Like, holy crap, what's going on? That's wild. 1483, House of Lords and Commons declared King Edward V of England as illegitimate based on his parents' alleged bigamous marriage. Huh. Half a millennia ago, 5 centuries, 1526, Diet of Speyer convened, resulting in the Edict of Speyer, which temporarily suspended the 1521 Edict of Worms, which was a papal ban on Luther's teachings. This allowed Lutheranism and other reforms to propagate unimpeded throughout Germany. All right, so cool. You're getting a little bit of traction there. 1573, King Charles IX signed the Edict of Pacification of Boulogne, ending the 4th phase of the French Wars of Religion with the Huguenots. Wow, like the 4th phase. What's going on? So much stuff is happening. 1580, Book of Concord, Standards of a Lutheran Church, was first published. I'm going to look this up in image search soon just to... I don't need to look that up. I can just image search this really quick. That's a cool bridge right there. We'll get to that. But yeah, look, here's the Book of Concord and all that stuff. I thought about throwing it in for the thumbnail, but I'm like, that's kind of boring. So,
yeah, it doesn't say much as a picture.
Yeah. 1607, mentally ill Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II signed the Treaty of Leoben, giving up Austria, Hungary, and Moravia. Well, that's probably why he was considered mentally ill. He just gave up things. So the Treaty of Leoben, this is, the article we just read is 1607. This says 1608 treaty. So I'm not entirely sure if it's it even says it's the Treaty of Leoben.
Huh.
What did you say?
It's 100 years difference, though. That's...
No. 1607, 1608, 1 year difference.
Oh, I thought you said 1500.
No. 1600.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's doable, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's when it came into effect or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
1630, the fork was introduced to American dining by Governor Winthrop. So,
I wonder
good
what
old
they
fork.
did before that. Spoons?
No, you just ate with knives in your hands and everything. You know? So, and looking at this, like, it reminds me of, like, the little wooden spoon, just thinking about it, shivers down my spine. That little crap, like, ice cream thing, you know what I'm talking about? Like, now it's in your head.
Thanks.
I'm not suffering alone in this, motherfucker. 1638, a lunar eclipse is the first astronomical event recorded in the American colonies. Nice.
Now, I'm just going to say, going back to the fork, I'll bet you chopsticks have been around a long time.
That is, when were chopsticks invented? That is a good point. We looked this up a while ago. I remember this.
Did you?
At some point, I remember looking this up, like in the Alice times, way back.
Oh.
So, chopsticks have been around and used since the Shang dynasty of 1766 to 1122 BC.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So that's 1,000 years or more.
Like 1,700 roughly. So, however, the Han Dynasty historian Shima Kwan wrote that it is likely that chopsticks were also used in the preceding Xia Dynasty and even the earlier Erlittio culture, although finding archaeological evidence from this era is difficult. So, it says
we got forks in 1600s.
Yeah, it says here the earliest evidence of chopsticks uncovered so far consists of 6 chopsticks made of bronze, 26 centimeters or 10 inches long, and 1.1 to 1.3 centimeters or whatever wide, excavated from the ruins of Yin near Anyang, Henan. These are dated roughly to 1200 BC during the Shang Dynasty. So, chopsticks have been around for a while. I'm going to throw this in chopsticks into the underbrush section, just because, you know? Oh.
Sounds good.
And then we also have dun 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 dun.
Is this the piano?
Isn't that chopsticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, 1672, first recorded monthly Quaker meeting in U.S. was held at Sandwich, Massachusetts.
Quakers.
Now, was this the first oatmeal? 1678, Venetian Elena Corrano Piscopia was awarded a doctorate of philosophy from the University of Padua, the first woman to receive a university doctoral degree or PhD. And of course, it's in philosophy. It's in something that doesn't actually help anything. You know? Laying the stereotype down.
Padua sounds like something from Star Wars.
Padawan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Padua. Yeah, right
Whatever,
here.
yeah.
Padawan. Well, Padawan is a disciple of a Jedi.
Yeah.
1749, General Fast became General Fast because of a drought in Massachusetts. So, like, not a general commander guy, but like a general as like a general store. Like, everybody's fasting because of the drought. So no food. 1786, Gavril Pribyov discovered St. George Island off the Pribyov Islands in the Bering Sea. I wonder if that's named after him, because this is what, 17... Oh, that's a different source, so right here. Priblylov, and then Priblylov. I wonder if it's named after him. It's just different, unless I misspelled something at some point. So, 1788, Virginia became the 10th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, okay.
All right. 1798, U.S. President John Adams signed into law the Alien Friends Act, authorizing the president to deport any foreigner deemed, quote, dangerous to the peace and safety of the United States, end quote. Where is that right now?
Yeah.
Where is that? Where is that right now? Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Dangerous to the peace and safety. Oh, my, wow. Like, we got to listen to President Adams here, like, right now. 1834, Pope Gregory the 16th's encyclical Singulari Nos was published, and I'm just going to look this up here really quick, because you know how much I enjoy looking up encyclicals and all that stuff, these supposed holy memos, for lack of a better term. Oops, I meant to do it this way here. So what do we got here? Essentially a follow-up to the better-known Mirari Vos of 1832, this one being 1834. Singularity Nos focused strongly on the views of French priest Félicité Robert de Lamennais, who did not see any contradiction between Catholicism and the new ideals of liberalism and the separation of church and state. Freaking liberalism, dude! Like it's a disease. It needs to be expunged from society. So, 835, first building constructed at Yerba Buena, now San Francisco. So, and then we're gonna be talking about San Francisco again, not in the better light, but yeah, right here, like it doesn't have. This is a lighthouse and everything. It's not the same thing. So there's no actual photo evidence of the first structure. You know, like.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyway, what else we got here? 1848, a photograph of the June Days Uprising became the first known instance of photojournalism, and we have right here. I image searched this. This is the image I chose earlier. There it is, right there. So right here, these are barricades. So this is during an uprising. So this is like whoever's building the barricades, and this is a photo from 1848.
Ooh.
You know, like you know.
Yeah.
Wild. And I accidentally closed the wrong tab there, so I just here's like an artist rendition. You know, they had cannons and everything. This is like legitimate stuff. This looks like it's probably the same photograph. Yeah. Oh wow. Let's see if I can bigger this. You can see people in the streets. So like it's faded, but like, so it looks like there's like actually no. I see wheels. There's cannons in there.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, so they're firing cannons into the crowd or something. I don't know. Which, you know, like, military people did that. Napoleon fired cannons into a crowd during some kind of uprising or something. You're going to say something?
No, I was going to say, you don't know.
Yeah.
That may not have been faded. That may have been smoke from cannons.
True that as well. Yeah, very true. I didn't think about that. 1863, U.S. General George Meade replaced General Hooker to be more aggressive, which sounds suggestive if you think about it. You didn't even think about it until I said I'm such an asshole.
No.
1864, Battle.
I was bringing up sucking on a dry spoon.
Yeah.
Wooden spoon.
Yeah. 1864, Battle of Petersburg. Union forces began digging tunnels under Confederate lines. Yeah. Horse tramway in The Hague, Netherlands opened. The Hague, whatever, and that's an image I looked up earlier. So
it's still an early picture, 64.
If it's the right thing, I just grabbed something that looked old. I mean, like I'm not seeing any vehicles. So.
Well, not in 1864.
Well, I'm not sure if this photo is from 1864.
Okay, yeah.
What I'm saying is I grabbed something that was as close to.
I got what you said.
Yeah, because it's the horse tramway.
Yeah.
1867, we have the first barbed wire patented by Lucien B. Smith of Ohio. And I debated putting this in the thumbnail, but you know, it's not that exciting to look at. But it's just how do you draw barbed wire to look exciting? You know, it's barbed wire. So now they have.
That was crucial.
Yeah, and they actually have different types here.
Oh, they have all kinds of barbed wires. There's people that collect
barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
Yeah.
Especially the old stuff, obviously, is what they collect.
Yeah, which you know, like the invention of barbed wire essentially ended the cowboys. Because the whole point of the cowboys was to herd and keep the cattle and things.
Keep them going.
Well, unless you're moving them, you just use barbed wire to keep them in there, and now you don't really need as many hands.
Yeah.
So the cowboys.
You still have to move them to slaughter.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like job loss, advancement, as you say. So. 1868, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina was readmitted to the U.S. after the Civil War. All right. We also have U.S. President Andrew Johnson signed a law establishing an 8-hour workday for government workers. All right. 1876, we have the Battle of the Little Bighorn. U.S. 7th Cavalry under Brevet Major General George Armstrong Custer was wiped out. They were wiped out by Sioux and Cheyenne warriors led by Chiefs Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull in what became famously known as Custer's Last Stand. So from another source, during the American Indian Wars, Battle of the Little Bighorn, 300 men of the U.S. 7th Cavalry Regiment under Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer was wiped out by 5,000 Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho Native Americans, led by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse. Wow. Like, legend, you know, that event and everything. So, and that was around the time, like, he had left his Gatling guns. Like, because, like, they're trying, whatever it is he was trying to do.
I don't think it would have helped him.
Yes, it would have. Like some historians, oh, yes. Well, because it's not just the rate of fire; it's the intimidation factor. All of a sudden, you bring something like that, everybody stops.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not. I don't think he could have killed them all with that. No, but they would have all gotten scared. Who's going to want to get mowed down by a machine gun? You know.
Yeah.
Like, especially like but they wanted to do some kind of. They're in a hurry for some reason, so they left behind. The guns, like, not just abandoned there, they just went ahead of the people with the Gatling guns and everything. But some historians say that if he had had those with him, he probably would have won the battle. So,
okay.
1900, Dunhuang manuscripts, including the Diamond Sutra, world's oldest surviving dated book, discovered by Taoist monk Wang Yanlu in the Mogao Caves in China. So this is a big thing, the Diamond Sutra. I've heard of that.
Oh, so have I.
Yeah. So this is an image of it, from it, I think, because it came up right here. There it is, right there. Here's some examples of what's in this Diamond Sutra. It's very historically significant. Other source says the Taoist monk Wang Yanlu discovered the Dunhuang manuscripts, a cache of ancient texts that are of great historical and religious significance, in the Mogao Caves in Dunhuang, China. 1900 as well, Russia mobilized its army in eastern Siberia preparatory to acting against the Chinese, but also in an attempt to diminish the influence of Japan on the Asian mainland. These three people, these three countries, Japan, China, and Russia, they're always butting heads, man. 1903, Boston Bean Eater Wiley Piatt was the only 20th century pitcher to lose 2 complete games in one day, falling to Pittsburgh 1-0 and then 5-3. That's a terrible record to have. 1903, New York Yankees and Chicago White Sox ended a deadlock game at 6-6 in 18 innings. That's 7 in a portion, but not 7. That's 2 in a portion of 7 inning stretches. 1905, Tsarist Russian troops in Lodz, Congress, Poland, crushed workers' militia insurrection against Russian occupation. Between 151 and 200 workers were killed, and over 1,000 were injured. 1 year after that, 1906, railway heir Harry Kendall Thaw shot and killed architect Sanford White during a performance at the Rooftop Theater of Madison Square Garden. Later, a notorious court case. What the hell? Wow. No discretion, just bam, in the middle of a freaking public gathering. What the fuck is wrong with you? 1910, U.S. Mann Act was passed. No women across state lines for immoral purposes. For some other
Prostitution.
Yeah. The United States Congress passed the Mann Act, which prohibited interstate transport of women or girls for, quote, immoral purposes, end quote. Or girls is just kind of really alarms me. That should be its own thing against, predators, but I'm not sure how big that was a thing back then.
Just as bad.
Yeah.
Why do men have a green light to go back and forth looking for something?
And here's the thing: the ambiguous language would be used to selectively prosecute people for years to come. There you go. So, kind of to answer your question a little bit, sort of.
Yeah.
So, 1913, U.S. Civil War veterans began arriving at the Great Reunion of 1913. Now, I hinted at this, told a loon earlier. Civil War veterans. Believe it or not, this is a video of 2 Civil War veterans. The first part is this one guy recounting his thing, but I just want to play a bit of this because these are Civil War veterans. Not World War II, World War I, Civil War.
Wait a minute. They have a car behind them.
So
Civil War was in
1860.
Okay, so that would have been 40. Well, they could be 67.
This says filmed in 1929.
Okay.
They had,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't play it, or it's too long?
No, I can play the whole thing if you want.
That's okay.
Hold on a second. Let me go back here. Just listen. Here, hold on.
How old are you? I'm 94. 94, pretty good age for a young man. Yes. Now you ask me how old I am. How old are you? 84. 84. You was in the same war. Same general. I'm the same general, General Price. That's a good, fine old man, too. Good man. Good man he was, yes he was, and we was there to stay. We didn't enlist for a month or a year, but we enlisted for the war. As long as we lived there, as long as the war was. That's right.
First guy was 91, did you say?
94.
Fine, we're having a good time. Enjoying ourselves very much. Had a good dinner, too.
This is Civil War people, like, on
Wow.
camera. Like, this is blowing my mind. So,
Yeah.
hold on a second. So, he was 94. Well, let's see. 18... how do we do this math?
Well, what year is that? 1929.
Yeah, 1929 minus 18. Let's say 65.
Why are you doing that? Just to
That's when the
subtract
war
94?
ended.
You,
Oh, okay.
you find out. Okay.
True. 1929 minus 94. So he was
Born in 1935. 1835. So that means
1835. Okay, there we go. Okay.
he was 30 when it ended.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he must have been. Yeah, 1860 to 65.
The
So
big
yeah.
guy was 80 something, so he would have been in his 20s.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like time is a lot. It's not as long ago as you think it is.
No.
Like
No, I blew my brother away a number of years ago when I told
with
him.
a fact, not anything else. Just with a fact.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you say that.
Oh.
YouTube is very like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, that he was farther away from his birthday than his birthday was from the assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That's
He
crazy.
goes, what? No,
Yeah.
what? Yes.
Yeah. That's wild. So, and whoops! I accidentally closed something I didn't want to.
And that's because he's old as hell.
Wait, was this? Oh. Yeah. Well, he is. Well.
He's my older brother.
Yeah. Anyway, 1913, we got that one. 1918, Baku Turkish Communist Party formed. 1919, first advanced monoplane airliner flight, a Junkers F-13. And that's the Civil War veterans.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot I had that picture. Yeah. So that's a really good picture.
That's a
right
really
there.
good picture.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the airplane right there. And
yeah.
there's that windshield. Like, this was back, looks like, before they had the ability to make one solid windshield.
Yes.
Tell viewers about how cars were back in the day.
Well, if you go back in, I don't know what year it changed. The windshield wasn't a one piece. They had a metal strip down the middle that each piece fit into.
Yeah, or like something like that, because that's like there's a separation
exactly like
here.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
And what year was that again?
This is 1919.
Ooh, that's way back.
Yeah. We also have a revolt of Spartacus in Hamburg. Now wait a minute, wasn't Spartacus like a Carthaginian who got captured by like Roman or something, and he was like a slave, and then he like led an uprising? But like that was thousands of years ago. What the hell? Who's this Spartacus?
I don't know.
I am Spartacus. 1920, League of Nations placed International Court of Justice in The Hague. Okay. 1 century ago. 1926, British amateur men's golf, Royal Lytham in St. Agnes Golf Club, or golf course, I guess. U.S. amateur Bobby Jones won the first of his three. Clara Jugs, 2 strokes clear of runner-up Al Waterous. 5th victory by a Stadion in 6 years. Nice.
Bobby Jones, very famous golfer.
Never
My
heard
dad
of him.
had a number of his books.
Oh, nice. 28, New York Giants Future Baseball Hall of Fame third baseman Freddie Lindstrom tied record of 9 hits in a doubleheader and 12-4 and 8-2 wins over the Philadelphia Phillies at the Baker Bowl. And I would like to look up the record of because he tied the record of 9 hits. I want to look up the record if that's been broken, but we don't have the time. We got to keep going. 1929 as well. U.S. President Herbert Hoover authorized building of Boulder Dam, later known as Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I want to go back really quick. If anybody wants to look up this record, let us know in the comments section. That'd be wonderful. 1932, commencement of India's first cricket test versus England at Lord's, London. England initially rattled, but went on to win. They were initially rattled. Okay, weird.
They brought out the Sabres.
Yeah. 34, New York Yankee pitcher John Burkhardt tied record by striking out 5 times. I'd like to know that record too. Has it been broken? New York Yankee Lou Gehrig hit for the cycle, beating White Sox 11-2. That's a substantial.
You know what the cycle is.
The line, yeah. So, actually, I kind of don't anymore.
You've forgotten already?
Is that the single, double, triple home run?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The cycle in one game.
Okay, I legitimately didn't. I was like,
You
oh.
did remember. You had to think.
I was worried that you'd be like, oh, you didn't know.
I know.
That's legitimate. I'm stupid. 34. Previously unknown Winchester manuscript of Sir Thomas Malory's Les Mortes d'Arthur from 1485 was announced discovered in the library of Winchester College, England. So since 1485, it's been just sitting there.
Whoa.
Just lost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, there's this one song that was discovered in let's see if I can find it, King's College. There's this one song that it was just so happened to have been found in the Vatican archives, and they, after research or whatever, they figured out that the Pope at the time, because this was way back when, it had been banned in hidden knowledge. Because there's a section I'm going to play here in a minute in here that actually like drew people's attention away from the Pope, and he got pissed at it, so he banned it for I don't know how long, but they discovered on a fluke, and I'm just going to play this one section here because this is an amazing. So hold on a second. Gonna put this in the underbar section really quick first before I play it, or I'll just play it right now. Can you hear like the high pitched part? Yeah. Like, I have my audio down intentionally and everything.
Yeah.
But anyone watching this, like, check the underbar after the live stream. I'll have a link to that. It's a beautiful song. What else do we got here? 1934, 1935, future world heavyweight boxing champion Joe Louis moved to 20 out of 0 with 6-round knockout of former champion Primo Carnera of Italy at Yankee Stadium, New York. 20-0. What does that mean?
20-0.
Victory?
20 wins, no losses.
Wow. So that's a boxer right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joe Louis.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
35. Columbia-Soviet Union relations were established. Uh-oh. 37. Club Augie Galan became the Cub Augie Galan became the first player to switch hit home runs in a game. And 38. A Tiskatatasket by Ella Fitzgerald. Hold on a second. Oh, that's what I accidentally deleted. Tiskatatasket by Ella Fitzgerald with Chick Webb. Hit number 1. So let me bring this back up onto YouTube really quick here. So, and pardon this music, it's a little loud. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit more. There we go. So, but here we go. This broken copyright something or other. So anyway, moving on up to 1938, U.S. federal minimum wage law guaranteed workers 25 cents per hour, rising to 40 cents by 1945, and a maximum 44-hour working week. Man, how money is just devalued so much.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
We have like a nickel on the dollar.
That's ridiculous. Oh, not even that. Like a penny on the dollar. 38, Dr. Douglas Hyde was inaugurated as the first president of Ireland. So, like, not Dr. What's his face, but Mr. Hyde. It's both the same. It's Dr. Hyde,
Yeah.
1940, World War II, the French armistice with Nazi Germany came into effect. We spoke about that the other day when they did that in the train car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mom's time, 1941. Between now and the 26th, so that's tomorrow, Soviet counterattack at Rovno in Ukraine. Fair Employment Practices Commission was established. Finland entered World War II against the USSR following a massive airstrike the previous day. So the continuation war between the Soviet Union and Finland, supported by Nazi Germany, began. Nazi Germany supporting Finland, that is.
Yeah.
41, Germans invaded Dubno, Poland, giving permission to Ukrainians to do whatever they want to 12,000 Jews living there. That sounds horrifying. 1941 as well, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 8802, which forbade racial discrimination in the defense industry. Unless it's enforced, it doesn't matter. 42, British RAF staged a 1,000 bomb raid on Brennen, Germany. I'm wondering, is that bombs or bombers? Like, did they drop 1,000 bombs, or did they send 1,000 bombers? 1,000 bombs?
1,000 bombers is a lot.
It is, but... Oh, true. Okay, that would make sense. Okay. 42, Major General Dwight Eisenhower appointed commander of U.S. forces in Europe. 1 year after that, Arthur Seyss-Inquart, Reichscommissioner in the Netherlands, ordered mass arrests of Dutch physicians. 43 as well, Crematorium 3 at Birkenau was finished. Yikes. 43 as well, during the Holocaust and World War II, Jews in the Zagajoszowa ghetto in Poland staged an uprising against the Nazis. You know, it's nice and all that they stage uprisings because, you know, there are several of them and stuff. Why didn't you fight when they were rounding you up?
Yeah.
You know? Like why didn't you wait until you were, like, fucked? You know, what the hell? 43 as well, the left-wing German Jewish exile Arthur Goldstein was murdered in Auschwitz. 44, British assault at Caen in Normandy. Caen's being the largest town in Normandy and everything. So.
Okay.
We also have, during World War II, United States Navy and British Royal Navy ships bombarded Cherbourg to support U.S. Army units engaged in the Battle of Cherbourg. So they had Navy people bombarding, and it's cool. Joint operations of different forces.
44. We were pretty new there, over in England.
Well, we had already invaded earlier this month.
Yeah, but that was our first deal.
As far as the war?
Yeah, well, as far as Europe, we
were in Italy. We were in Italy before,
well,
and then we were in Africa before that.
You're right. Well, Africa, yes.
Yes.
That's not Europe.
Well, yeah, but from Africa we went into
Italy,
Palermo,
right.
Sicily,
you're right.
and Italy, and then all that stuff, and then we invaded Normandy, and then we did a pinch thing
Yeah.
between us coming up from the south and the west, and then Russia coming back in from the east. Germany got screwed. So, 1944, World War II, the Battle of Tali Itala, the largest battle ever fought in the Nordic countries, began. We also have the final page of the comic Crazy Cat was published exactly 2 months after its author, George Herman, died. So, you know, it's a nice little send-off right there, and here's some examples of, you know, that comic.
Yeah.
It looks like he's always getting hit in the back of the head with a brick, though. I mean, all four of these panels,
like
it's the same thing.
That's the bit.
Wow. That's kind of violent. 1945, Imperial General Headquarters in Tokyo announced the fall of Okinawa. And in Loon's time, now, I have a Mandela effect for you. Do you remember what a Mandela effect is, right? So, we have the first version in 1947, so it's 1 year after Loon's time, but still, the first version of Anne Frank's diary, Het Oxterhuis, or whatever, was published in the Netherlands. So, you know, Het Oxterhuis.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the Mandela effect. What do you know that book as?
Her diary.
What's the actual name? What's the full formal name of the book?
I don't know.
Like, with the Diary of Anne Frank, right?
Yeah.
No, apparently it's the Diary of a Young Girl.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I've always been under the impression that it was called The Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie, it's called The Diary of Anne Frank. I've seen the book called The Diary of Anne, but now it's called The Diary of a Young Girl, better known as The Diary of Anne Frank, according to our second source. No, this is the Mandela effect. Stuff that we knew from the past. You know, it's not a trick of the memory. Masses of people remember the same thing. Something happened in our world where it's switched.
But in this particular case, if there was a movie and there was a number of other things, with everything changed, then the Mandela effect, I don't know.
Then this would be the only instance I can think about of anything where they actively change the name from book to picture to from play to book. You know,
true.
I mean, I can't think of any other examples. No, that's why this is the Mandela effect. We remember it as the Diary of Anne Frank. Oh no, it's Berenstein, not Berenstein. Hold on a second. You know, so. Anyway, 1947 as well. 1948, Harry Truman signed the Displaced Persons Bill, 205,000 Europeans to U.S. So the United States Congress passed the Displaced Persons Act to allow World War II refugees to immigrate to the United States above quota restrictions.
Oh, okay.
Dude, we're just constantly doing this, and we're fucking our own citizens to get jobs.
Well, that wasn't the case of 47.
Well, but now, I'm seeing videos
we
about...
actually needed people here because everything was booming so much. And these would be people that were helpful in the cause.
Yeah.
And, so forth.
But see, like
A little
right
more
now,
justified then than now.
right now we have a potential situation brewing with all the Europeans over here for the FIFA stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're seeing how our freeways are built, how our cities are built, like not just online, but they're physically here and actually experiencing and getting to know the people and the culture. They're trying Texas barbecue, down in Texas. They're trying, jambalaya and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, they're gonna want to move here. No, that's not a good thing.
I know
like,
it's not, but
I want a job.
But go home.
So, yeah.
Go home and then tell everybody how nice it was.
I'd like them
Come and
to
visit as long as you go home.
No, see, like, I would love them to want to move here. I'd love them to move here. But I want a job, and there's already so much stacked against, things, with AI and robotics coming up and all that. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, 1949, Long-Haired Hair animated short starring Bugs Bunny was released in theaters.
What a name.
Yeah. Primary sources edited. Warner Brothers Cartoons released Long-Haired Hair, an animated short film directed by Chuck Jones featuring Bugs Bunny disguised as conductor Leopold Soskolsky tormenting an opera singer. So,
It's the long hair. No, I don't remember that at all.
1949 presidential election in Syria, some women were allowed to vote. It makes me wonder, like, which some women? What made them different? Like money, notoriety, what? 1950, Israeli airline El Al began service. They began transatlantic service from Israel to New York City's Idlewood Airport.
I'll bet you the women voting partial had something to do with property ownership.
Probably. Like, see, here's the thing. Well, then again, you can also start, like, manipulating things
It's pretty late for that. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm trying
well,
to
I
come
mean,
up
like...
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm moving this so we can get air. I'm just, something... We can't... With voting... I don't want it to make a system like where you have to like earn your right to vote or any of that but there's so many stupid people out there that like 7% of U.S. citizens believe chocolate milk come from brown cows and they vote. Like something needs to be done with voting because there's a lot of people out there who really should not be involved.
Yeah, but
there
you
really
just have to take the bad because the good so outweighs what you're talking about.
It just
you just can't circumvent them, or you open up a bag of worms.
Yeah, no matter
it's
what.
Bad enough we got a bunch of fraud. That who knows what.
I know that's why I'm having such a difficult, trying to say.
Those people shouldn't be voting. I'm talking about we need legal voters to be able to vote. I don't care how stupid you are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I was gonna say, I'm all for you have to be a landowner to vote because now you actually have a stake in this country, physically. But then, somebody can, manipulate who can own land and shit. So
no,
there's
we
always
just need
a problem.
voter ID.
Yeah.
That's all we need is voter ID.
Yeah, you got a point there. So, but we got to keep going.
Yeah.
We're already we're behind here. 51 first color TV broadcast. Arthur Godfrey hosts a musical variety special called titled Premiere. From CBS New York City to a network of 5 East Coast cities. Now, I just want to showcase here. This is. Do you mind if
I've seen this. You did this some time ago.
Yeah. Well, no. This is multiple different ones. Do you mind if I spend? Actually, I'll speed up.
Go ahead.
I'll speed up the playback speed to 1 1/4 here. So.
The exact moment's TV station switched to color television.
Through your presence here today, you are contributing to another broadcasting milestone. The camera, which I now do, the cameras are transmitting a live color picture.
Für das deutsche Fernsehen.
Now there's something there that was interesting. It changed the color before he pushed it.
Yes,
so,
I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Kind of screwed up the button. Had nothing to do with it.
Now Australia here did something awesome. Like they play it off like it's some kind of like invasion of their universe. You see that? Like they're trying to
watch it. Yeah. Oh, that wow.
See, the colors invading their world.
Yeah.
Here it goes, Arthur! Oh, what a beautiful room!
Et voici la couleur.
I mean, like this is wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, let's see here. What else do we got? 19. Oh, let me move this back over here. 1952 Dutch general election. Social Democratic Party won elections 30% to help form a 4-party coalition That's pretty cool. 53, 86 degrees in Anchorage, Alaska. That's very warm.
Wow, really?
Wow. 53 as well. First passenger to fly commercially around the world in less than 100 hours. Wow, 100 hours on that?
Yeah.
F that. 55, Imogen Coco Show. Last aired on NBC TV. Do you remember that by any chance? Imogen Coco Show?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. What was
And
it?
it was originally Sid Caesar and Imogene Coco. They were a
Ah.
dual comedy team, husband and wife. But I
Did they
believe
get divorced or
Imogene
something?
Coco Show was puppets and things, I believe. I can't quite remember.
Oh, maybe.
I think they may have divorced. I'm
Imogen
not sure.
Coco.
Yeah, I think scroll back
Red
up.
Skeleton, Imogen Coco Show. That's all.
That's her.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
a younger her.
Okay. 1955, Notre Dame du Haut Chapel, designed by Le Corbusier, was consecrated in Ronchamp, France. I overlooked this. I'm gonna image search this. Oh, that's wow. That's a interesting. That would have been cool on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's an awesome looking building. Look at that. That's a
That's,
chapel.
That's amazing.
That's cool. Wow, look at the inside. Is that the inside? That is.
Yeah.
Look, it's all paintings. It almost looks like the corridors, like they're windows or something, just into the wall. That's awesome. 1957, Jonathan Winters Show, last aired on NBC TV. Good old Jonathan Winters.
Yeah.
1960, Madagascar gained independence from France. Excellent. South Africa defeated New Zealand 13-0 in the first rugby test of the series in Johannesburg. Wow. 1960 as well, Lorraine Hansberry's stage drama Raisin in the Sun, first Broadway play by a black woman starring Ruby Dee and Sidney Poitier, closed at the Belasco Theater in New York City after 530 performances. During the Cold War, 2 cryptographers working for the United States National Security Agency left for vacation to Mexico, and from there defected to the Soviet Union. Whoops.
Man.
Why?
That's unusual.
I know. That's very odd. So I wonder why they did that. 61, Baltimore and California used a record 16 pitchers in a game, 8 each, in 14 innings. Wow. We also have Iraq announced that Kuwait is now a part of Iraq. Kuwait disagrees. Yeah. Iraq Prime Minister Abd al-Karim Qasim demanded dominion over Kuwait at the end of the British Protectorate. So they're trying to give them independence, and then they're trying to eat them. 62, Mozambique Liberation Front, FRELIMO, formed. We also have Supreme Court ruled New York school prayer unconstitutional. I don't know about that. I mean, freedom of religion, but freedom of religion is a law. It's, but separation of church and state is not. So.
Well, I agree with it though. You can't have.
Well, I understand.
There are people that aren't Christians in there. Do you want your kid having to be
True.
quiet during a prayer or what? And then you're an oddball out.
True. There are Christian schools if you want your kids, to be upright. Okay. 63, Kurnik Ndlovu, South Africans. His name sounds like a plunger. Is South. What is this? 63. So way up here. Right here. Kurnik Ndlovu. It sounds like a plunger. South African's workers' union leader and African National Congress leader was arrested for acts of sabotage. Yikes. 1964, Prince A. Taylor became the first black Stadium Methodist bishop assigned to the New Jersey area. All right. 64 as well, WMCA Radio in New York City played the Beatles' A Hard Day's Night album 10 days prior to its scheduled release date.
Ooh.
Record company moved the release to June 26th. That's tomorrow.
Whoops.
Yeah. Somebody got fired. 66, Cosmos 122, the first Soviet weather satellite, was launched. Cool. We also have the Beatles' single Paperback Writer went #1 and stayed there for 2 weeks.
That's good.
67, we have the first global satellite television program, Our World. Broadcast features 19 acts representing 19 nations, including the Beatles' single All You Need Is Love. 1968, Bobby Bonds hit a grand slam in his first major league game for the San Francisco Giants. That's a great way to start.
Yeah.
69, U.S. Pancho Gonzalez at the age of 41 defeated Puerto Rican Charlie Pescara at 25 in 5 hours and 12 minutes, 112-game marathon at Wimbledon. Wow.
Ooh.
What the hell?
Yeah, they changed the rules since then.
Yeah. 71, Stevie Wonder released single Where I'm Coming From. I looked this up on YouTube, could not find it unless it's under a different name now, because there was a song there that kept repeating, but it's not that title. So. 75, after a prolonged liberation struggle against Portuguese colonial rules, Mozambique became independent as People's Republic of Mozambique. from Portugal. They got independence. 75, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared a state of internal emergency in India. Why? What's going on? 76, Soweto uprising in South Africa left an estimated 200 to 700 blacks and 2 whites dead following 10 days of rioting. What the hell? Supernatural horror film The Omen, starring Gregory Peck and Lee Remick, premiered in the U.S. 76 as well, Texas Ranger Toby Herath was the only shortstop not to handle a fielding chance in doubleheader. No idea what that means, but, he's the only one, so... 76 as well, the Defense Council of Uganda declared Idi Amin to be president of the country for life. Ugandan dictator, yep. 1976 as well, Missouri Governor Kit Bond issued an executive order rescinding the extermination order, formally apologizing on behalf of the state of Missouri for the suffering it had caused to members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons.
Now, who are they exterminating?
It was the extermination order. So, I mean, they got rid of the Mormons, like the whole, the Mormon trail.
Is that what it is? An extermination order for Mormons?
Well, I'm not sure
if
you're
it's an order. That doesn't mean they're still doing it. But
well, no, but this is an apology. He formally apologized on behalf of the state for doing that. Like, apparently they caused suffering to the Mormons and everything, which, I mean...
Extermination's more than suffering.
Well, it's the extermination order. Like, you know what? I can look this...
No. Keep going.
No. I'm going to look this up. Now I'm curious. So... I'm going to look this up here. Missouri Executive Order 44.
What year, first off?
October 27th, 1838.
Oh,
also known as the Mormon Extermination Order, was a state executive order issued by Missouri Governor Lilburn Boggs in response to the Battle of Crooked River. The clash had been triggered when a state militia unit from Ray County seized several Mormon hostages from Caldwell County and the subsequent attempt by the Mormons to rescue them. Based on exaggerated reports of the battle and rumors of Mormon military plans, Boggs claimed that the Mormons had committed, quote, open and avowed defiance of the law and had made war upon the people of Missouri, end quotes. Governor Boggs directed that, quote, the Mormons must be treated as enemies and must be exterminated or driven from the state if necessary. Holy shit.
Wow.
Like, okay.
I'm glad you looked that up now.
Well, it was on my mind. You wouldn't let it go, and it's just like, you know what? I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Missouri, M-A-S-O-U-R-I, Executive Order 44. I'm not going to...
Put it in parentheses, the date, 18, whatever it was.
It says it right here, 1838, so they can just click on it.
Okay.
What else do we got here? Get rid of that. Yeah, 1977, Roy C. Sullivan of Virginia was struck by lightning for the 7th time. What the hell? Like, poor guy. No, seriously, I'm not sure if this is the same guy, but there is a story about some guy who got struck by lightning multiple times and everything, and even after he died, his headstone got struck and it got cracked in half. Like Zeus, like, fuck this guy in particular, fuck him, Like, poor guy, leave him alone.
You really pissed somebody.
Yeah, yikes. 78 FIFA World Cup final, El Monumento, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Striker Maria Kempes scored 2 goals as Argentina defeated the Netherlands 3-1 after extra time. 78 as well, first use of a rainbow flag, symbol of homosexual pride, made by Gilbert Baker at March of San Francisco. Let's not forget that pride is like a sin, and if you believe in anything about the Ten Commandments, pride itself is a sin. And let's not forget that the rainbow was actually a symbol of God's love. Once again, if you have read the Bible, or not even saying if you believe in it, just if you've read it, if you're educated, you'll know that the rainbow is a symbol of God's love and promise of peace. So not only have the homosexual community stolen that imagery, but the other day, I want to bring this up. You said, why do you keep saying homosexual? Mm-hmm. Well, they are, right? I'm not wrong. I'm not saying it in a hateful way. I'm just saying what they are.
Yeah.
Why did you take an affront to that? Because the word gay is softer, because it's more inviting, and that's why they use it.
I don't remember taking affront to anything like that.
Well, anyway, the reason why they call themselves gay, which originally means happy, is to entice you to come in and join them. It's all nice. Oh, the water's fine. You use the word homosexual, it almost sounds like you're attacking them. So this is how, more left-leaning things use words to lure you in and everything. Not saying they are. I'm just saying we have 2 examples now of things that they're using. Why can't they make their own thing? Why do they have to take something already pre-existing and bend it to them? Kind of weird. And they're not the only people who do that shit. So, A1, Microsoft is resurrected or is restructured to become an incorporated business in its home state of Washington. We also have Supreme Court upholds male-only draft registration as constitutional. No, it's not. Let the females in. Like, unless this isn't the equality they want, because they are always cherry picking, you know. I mean, like, it's weird. A2, Greece abolished head shaving of recruits in the military. Now, it's really interesting. I think they're the ones who actually started that. Do you know why the whole head shaving? Why men had shorter hair and all that stuff culturally, like, you know, for thousands of years? It's because generally they went and did the fighting and everything, and if you had long hair, I can grab it and attack. You know, I can pull you and everything. It hurts.
Yeah.
You know, so like.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it just so happens to, like, you know, be a way to, like, you break you down to mold you back up as a unit. That's how we, you know.
Yeah.
Primary reason why we do
later.
it. Yeah. Well, I mean, nobody's pulling hair anymore in warfare with guns around.
No,
so.
of course not.
But yeah, anyway, 1982 as well, San Francisco held its first county fair. Cool. 82 as well, science fiction film Blade Runner, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer, was released. South African President P.W. Botha issued a new proclamation, again placing Ingwavuma under government control. I wonder why. P.W. Botha is an apartheid guy.
Yeah.
So I wonder what he's doing. 83, ICC Men's Cricket ODI World Cup Lords in London. India defeated West Indies by 43 runs to win their first trophy. Player of the match was Monihir Amarth. India, 3 out of 12 from 7 overs. Whatever. This was their first trophy, so I want to give them the shout out there. 84, Warner Brothers Records released the 6th studio album by Prince, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Great one. His commercial peak, the film soundtrack album, sells over 25 million copies, topping the charts in 5 countries, and wins 2 Grammy Awards and an Academy Award. I mean, you know, I couldn't give 2 shits about the awards, but that was a good song, a good album. 85, fireworks factory near Hallett in Oklahoma explodes, killing 21. That's unusual, and you know, rest in peace those people. Thurman versus City of Torrington decided in favor of Tracy Thurman, first woman to sue police department for violating her civil rights, not protecting against abusive husband. Excellent. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm all for it. You know, like if justice was served, then I'm all for it. 86, MLB Philadelphia Phillies gave Steve Carlton at the age of 41 his unconditional release. Retire. You know, get out of here, enjoy life,
He
man.
can go hook up with any other team he wants to.
Oh, okay, true that. Ao's time, 1987. Can I get through my life in 8 minutes?
I don't think so.
Pope John Paul II received Austrian President Kurt Wallenheim. I can try to talk faster there. 1988, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, highest temperature ever recorded in Cleveland in June. 1988 as well, MLB player Cal Ripken Jr. played his 1,000th consecutive game.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Roger Rabbit cartoon character debuted, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was a magnificent movie. Because
I'm not sure I ever saw it.
You should.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
You should. Want to know why?
Why?
Because not because it's a good movie or anything, but because what do you see here? You have Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
You have
Minnie Mouse.
You have Betty Boop.
Yeah.
You have Pinocchio. You have is that Droopy?
No.
That's-
I'm trying to think of.
That's Droopy.
Okay, is it?
Right?
I'm not sure.
It's not Snoopy. It's Droopy.
Okay, Droopy.
I mean, but then you have Daffy Duck. You know, you have Goofy. You have
Yeah.
Bambi, Sylvester. This is from Fantasia. There's Tweety.
Yeah.
There's Roger Rabbit. Then you have Porky Pig.
Oh yeah.
Pluto. Donald Duck.
Bugs Bunny.
Dopey. Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny. You know, but these are different intellectual properties.
Yes, it's amazing.
They're working together.
Amazing.
You know, Dumbo.
I wonder how they pulled that off.
Foghorn Leghorn. Well, because back in the day, they actually gave a shit about providing enjoyment. It was not everybody was all about how much money can I make. They actually worked together. Now there was a deal where like they split the profit.
Well, they had to make a deal. Yeah.
But I mean, like there's so many different IPs. It would be so great to start having crossovers and everything like that. So, 1989, Mets' defense does not record a single assist in a 5-1 win over the Phils. I'm not sure what that means, but 1990, 120 degrees Fahrenheit in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh.
Why do people live there?
Ooh.
We also have anti-government riots broke out in Lusaka, Zambia. NBC decided to air episodes of Quantum Leap for 5 straight days. What was Quantum Leap? Like, was that like a series or something, or was that
I think
an
it was a
informative
series,
show?
yeah, as I recall.
Or was it like entertainment, or was it like information,
No.
or was it like a science show or
I
something?
believe
like Star Trek or whatever.
No, I believe he got thrown into different times, and he had to figure out where he was, why he was there.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
What he had to solve,
That sounds awesome.
and then get it done. And then he was gone, and then the next week he was somewhere else trying to do the same damn thing.
Okay, that's awesome. I gotta watch that. That sounds epic. 1990 as well, Supreme Court rules family members cannot end the lives of comatose relatives unless those relatives previously made their wishes known. Well, what the hell? So
You got to.
No. Like, now they have to foot the hospital bill the entire time? That's bullshit. What if they run out of money? Then the state's not going to come in, and they're going to pull the plug anyway, and now the whole family is ruined.
Who
No.
says? Well, financially, you're right. If they have a lot of money, they could eat it up. But the
shouldn't have
relatives
to.
aren't going to have to step up and pay for it.
Well, then who
It would
will?
have to come out of the estates. The hospital would be on the hook.
Well, somebody has to make money. Are the taxpayers going to bail that shit out? Hell no.
Well, no, the hospital would be on the hook for it if they didn't get the money.
That's kind of bullshit because now this law is forcing the hospital to pay out the nose. That's not right. That's not right. 91, Japan lifted its call for voluntary restraint on expanding trade with South Africa. They want to be isolationists again, it sounds like. Martina Navratilova won record 100 straight singles match at Wimbledon, defeating Elena Reinark of South Africa 4-6, 6-2, 6-4 in the first round. We also have Slovenia and Croatia declared independence from Yugoslavia. You okay?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Oh, okay. The breakup of Yugoslavia began when Slovenia and Croatia declared their independence from Yugoslavia. Okay, cool. Alexander's department store closed all 11 stores in the U.S.
Never heard of it.
Well, I mean, like, neither have I, but that makes sense. I was only 5 at the time. I shouldn't be running that shit, you know? So. We also have Space Shuttle Columbia launched on STS-50, the first shuttle mission to carry extended duration orbiter hardware. 33, Late Night with David Letterman aired for the last time on NBC TV. Kim Campbell became the 19th Prime Minister of Canada, although she would remain in office for less than 5 months.
Wow.
That's not long. So, well, actually, other source, she became the first female Prime Minister in Canada. So she only lasted 5 months. That doesn't pave a good path for women to follow. You know, that only makes, actual misogynists sound more valid.
Well,
which
she may have died. We don't know.
Well, did she? Hold on a second. No, she's still alive.
Oh, okay. Good for her.
Well, so
That's good news.
Okay, but why? Once
I
again,
don't know.
like this is what I'm saying.
She lost
Like,
confidence. Somehow
No.
they lost confidence. I don't know.
But see, this is the point I'm trying to make. Like every time I read all this, he's the first black person here, the first woman here, the first Native American. Okay, cool. If they actually worked and earned for that, that's awesome. Breaking the glass ceiling. But if they're getting it just because they're checking off boxes, all they're doing is paving the way to make those people look bad in those positions and make people second guess whether or not they want those people in there again.
Well, I'm not going to let that stand. Who's to say she didn't earn her?
I'm not saying she didn't.
It sounded like you were.
I'm not saying, Dad. She was only in there for 5 months. That does not look good. And she was the first.
No, it doesn't. But
and
you
as the
don't know
first
what happened.
female. No, I don't. I'm just working on what I have, and I'm a lot more educated than most people even try to look into things. My point is, it doesn't look good, which is, really sad for other women who want to get into politics, with things like this on service level being another barrier that they have to break through to earn their spot. It sucks. 93, New York Islander goalie Billy Smith elected to NHL Hall of Fame. We also have the Glastonbury Festival in Pilton, England. Opened, the Black Crows and the Kinks headline. Other performers included Wynton Marsalis, Robert Plant, Velvet Underground, Hothouse Flowers, Van Morrison, John Prine, Rolf Harris, Lenny Kravitz, and Bare Naked Ladies. 94, 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 40.5 degrees Celsius at Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's warm.
Yeah.
And in El Paso, 94 as well, 111.
Ooh.
Fahrenheit.
That's
43.9 Celsius for those
with
Europeans.
humidity, no doubt.
Oh, probably, yeah. Well, Texas, I'm not sure. El
Cleveland.
Paso, that's in the desert, though. So
No, Cleveland.
El Paso.
I'm talking about the 111 in Cleveland.
No, Cleveland is something else.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland Indians 18 home. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
okay.
111 in El Paso.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
94, Cleveland Indians 18-game home streak home win streak ended to the Yanks 11-6. FIFA World Cup 1500th goal in cupped history scored by Caceres of Argentina. So I guess the whole thing, this is their 1500th goal. 94, homosexual games closed in New York City. In 95, Rockies' Andres Galarraga was the fourth to home run in 3 consecutive innings. I wonder who the first one was. 96, Independence Day, directed by Ronald Emmerich and starring Will Smith, Bill Pullman, and Jeff Goldblum, premiered in Westwood, California.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. I just,
Yeah.
clip from it.
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore.
That's all I have to say. We can't be consumed by
The
our
guy
petty
that stole the
differences.
show with me was the husband of the woman that was the president's assistant. I don't know their names.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
David?
He did. Yeah, he did.
David!
He stole the show as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, they all did good jobs.
Yeah, they
you know?
did. Everybody did a good job.
Like the drunk ass guy at the end. Hey boys, I'm back. You know?
Yeah. He
No.
did a good job.
Yeah, they all did. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? 1996. No, 99. Yeah, Jay-Z released his debut album Beyond Reasonable Doubts with Rockefeller Records and Priority Records. 96, the Cobalt Towers bombing in Saudi Arabia killed 19 U.S. servicemen. We spoke about the aftermath of that the other day. Wanted to charge these people with that. 97 as well, Christie's auctions off some of the wardrobe of Diana, Princess of Wales, for $5.5 million. Wow. Freaking, like, bloodsuckers just selling her shit. Terrible. 97, Danielle Steele's romantic novel Special Delivery is published. Wow. That's so suggestive it almost isn't. Holy crap. Romantic novel called Special Delivery? I mean, use your imagination. Yikes. 97, where's your sense of humor? Come on.
I know.
Jamaica issued warrant for singer Sade, who failed to report on court charges of failure to obey a cop who signaled her to stop. Good, get her. NHL approved franchise in Nashville, Atlanta, Columbus, and Minnesota, St. Paul. So to get more deeper into that. Yeah. The National Hockey League approved expansion franchises for Nashville in 98, Atlanta in 99, Columbus in 2000, and Minneapolis, St. Paul also in 2000. 97, a Progress M34 collided with and damages the Mir space station. So an uncrewed Progress spacecraft collided with the Russian space station Mir. And here's a photo of that, the satellite
okay.
kind of damaged and everything.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Yep. 98, in Clinton versus the City of New York, the United States Supreme Court decided what the Line Item Veto Act of 1996, or that act is unconstitutional.
Yeah, that was a big Reagan deal.
What was it?
He wanted to be able to take certain lines out of a bill without vetoing the whole thing. So a line item veto. He could veto that portion of the bill.
So that's cherry picking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool. You got to rework that.
Yeah, they don't let him do it.
Yeah. 98, new building for the British Library at King's Cross, designed by Colin St. John Wilson, was opened by Queen Elizabeth II in London. Let's take a look at this structure here. Okay, that looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. This whole thing. That looks awesome. It almost looks like a Chinese junk. Like, almost, sort of. 99, in his first State of the Nation address, South African President Thabo Mbeki promised to tackle rampaging crime. The nation's murder rate was the third highest in the world, and more than 49,000 cases of struggle snuggle were reported in 1998 alone. You know what struggle snuggle is?
Yes.
49,000. And those are the reported ones.
Yeah.
2004, Glastonbury Festival in Pilton, England opened. Oasis, Paul McCartney, and Muse headline. The performers included Wilco, the Black Eyed Peas, James Brown, Damien Rice, Toots, and the Maytals, and the Rootleys. 2007, Thierry Henry transferred to Barcelona for €24 million. That's expensive. 2008, Atlanta's plastics shooting. An employee shot and killed 5 people after an argument, which ended in the gunman's self-deletion in Henderson, Kentucky. Yikes. 2010, MLB Arizona Diamondbacks pitcher Edwin Jackson threw a no-hitter against one of his former teams, beating the Rays 1-0 at Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, Florida.
That feels extra good.
Yeah, that feels extra bad for his former team. 2012, 33 Syrian army officials defected to Turkey. That's a lot, and why?
Yeah.
What's going wow? In 2014, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that police cannot examine the digital context of a cell phone without a court order.
Oh, yeah.
They do it anyway. You know, everybody does it. So,
that was a big deal when they were
Yeah.
hunting down someone that's
Yeah.
assassins.
Well, I mean, you know, what's sick is that, you know, Apple already had everything, you know, ready to hand over. They just wanted to drag their feet and make it look like they actually gave a shit. No, they don't care. It's all PR. No. 2014, Glastonbury Festival in Pilton, England open. Arcade Fire and Metallica headline. Other performers included the Black Eyed Peas, Lana Del Rey, Dolly Parton, Robert Plant, Brian Ferry, and Ed Sheeran. 2015, the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, subsided, preserved by U.S. Supreme Court ruling in King versus Burwell 6-3.
Still paying for that.
Yeah, terrible. Thanks, Obama, you piece of shit. That guy just hates everything. His library is crap. 2017, tanker carrying fuel burst into flames near Anamar East, Pakistan, killing more than 200 people. Yikes. So it must have been a truck or something, a tanker.
Yes.
So just blew up. 2018, California Governor Jerry Brown's King Med, right?
Yeah.
Jerry King Med Brown declared state of emergency for wildfire spread over 8,200 acres in Lake County. Now, here's the thing I didn't think of. When it comes to state of emergencies, that gives them the authority legally to dip into, you know, like rainy day funds and all that stuff. What's stopping all these fires having been started by the government itself in order to validate, oh, we have a state of emergency, let's dip in, you know, and then and nothing ever comes of it. I mean, like the most recent example, all the Palisades stuff. Those people are still getting fucked, you know? 2018, motorcycle maker Harley Davidson announced its plans to move some production abroad in response to EU retaliatory tariffs. Okay, cool, bye. You know. 2018, UK House of Commons voted for a controversial third Heathrow runway. A lot of people don't realize there's I think 4 airports within a general vicinity of London itself.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, so and there's
Heathrow being one of them.
Yeah, so this is why it was a controversial. Another runway doesn't sound like a big deal, but it really is. So, 2019, Mirazur of the French Riviera crowned the world's best restaurant at ceremony in Singapore. Says who? What are the credentials?
Somebody declared it.
Yeah. We also have San Francisco, California was the first major U.S. city to ban e-cigarettes. Well, this is my answer to that. Ban that, San Fran. Stephanie Grisham replaced Sarah Sanders as U.S. White House Press Secretary and Communications Director, first in U.S. history to hold a no press conference, serving until April of 2020. So, wow.
The left was brutal with her because she was a bit on the heavy side.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's okay for them to be fat phobic, but not us. Okay, yeah, it's always one way with these people. Damn. 2020, U.S. country music band the Dixie Chicks changed their name to the Chicks. I've told you about this several times, to remove connotations to Confederate history. 2 weeks after Antebellum changed their name to Lady A. Well, at least now we can still say that they're that they're Chixies without they're chicks without Dixies. Horrible laying out the joke here. Although maybe not anymore. We can't tell anymore these days, you know. So I butchered the hell out of that joke. 2020, Australian airline Qantas announced it is cutting 6,000 jobs, a fifth of its workforce, because of the pandemic. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yep. Liverpool FC clinched first EPL soccer title in 30 years with 7 games to spare as Chelsea defeated second place Manchester City 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. U.S. Center for Disease Control, the CDC, estimated 20 million people in the United States have been infected with the Kung flu, 10 times higher than confirmed cases. That's all bullshit, lies, and propaganda. The World Health Organization declared that Ebola outbreak in the Congo over, the second worst outbreak. It killed 2,280 people over 2 years. Former U.S. police officer Derek Chauvin was sentenced to 22 years and 6 months for the quote-unquote murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis, despite the toxicology report coming out that that Floyd was a dead man walking. He was already, if you watch the body cam of Derek Chauvin, George Floyd is in his car, door closed, seatbelt buckled, in his seat, saying he can't breathe already. The whole knee on the neck thing is all bullshit. If you actually look from behind, the knee is not on the neck. It's on the small of his back.
I've seen that.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's all lies just to hate on white people. That's all it is. That's all it is. 2021, new species of ancient human announced after finding a massive fossilized skull. Homo longley, the Dragon Man from northeast China. So that's one. Remember our title, says two ancient humans.
Uh-huh.
So now this is very perplexing. And I'm going to image search this really quick just to see this Dragon Man or whatever. So here's a an image or whatever of his skull, this Dragon Man, why he's called a Dragon Man. Probably because he was discovered in northeast China, but the same day, same year. So this is 2021 as well.
Yeah.
So here's the Dragon Man 2021,
Okay.
and right here, another new type of ancient human, Nesharamla Homo, that lived 140,000 to 120,000 years ago, a possible ancestor of Neanderthals, uncovered in Ramla, Israel. So in two massive different areas of the
that's
world,
weird.
the same day, almost
weird.
seems like
Yeah.
they're making it up. 2021, Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Aaron Nola tied Tom Seaver's 51-year-old MLB league record of 10 consecutive strikeouts and 2-1 loss to the Mets in New York. World Health Organization head Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, however you pronounce his name, right here, confirmed the Kung Flu Delta variant is the most transmittable to date, now present in 85 countries and spreading rapidly. Be afraid. Fear. 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 Buy product. Consume. Reproduce. Obey. Don't wear the sunglasses that let us see. They live. 2022, 30,000-year-old intact remains of a baby woolly mammoth found frozen in permafrost in Klondike goldfields near the Yukon, Canada. Now, I looked this up, and it's kind of a gruesome sight, but it is an entire skin intact, everything. It's a dead little baby elephant, frozen.
Woolly mammoth.
Yeah, mummified. It's all dehydrated, so it's kind of a gruesome sight, but it's kind of cool too.
Yes,
I'm not going to bring it up here. So
No, don't.
2022, eastern Ukrainian city of Severodonetsk fell to Russian forces after weeks of fighting in the area, leading to the Battle of Lysychansk. So, 2022 as well, Japan recorded its highest ever temperature in June of 104.36 degrees Fahrenheit, 40.2 Celsius in Izuzuki, northwest of Tokyo. Brandon here signed the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act into law, creating greater background checks for gun purchasers, funding for mental health programs, and the closure of some existing seller loopholes. Well, I'm pretty sure all of that is all crap because he's involved. The Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, was inaugurated the longest bridge in Bangladesh, the Padma Bridge. So that's this right here.
Ah.
Now, when I first looked this up, let me show you what I saw. I first looked this up. I saw this right here,
Yeah.
and then I saw like a little shape right there, but you can't see it as clear as I can. But at first, I'm like, is that a container ship, like an oil tanker? How big is this bridge? Fuck, But no, right here, it's just like it's a little fishing trolley, but still
big.
It's
Still big.
but it's not this freaking
No.
massive science fiction
No.
huge bridge, but it's still cool. So. 2022, 2 people were killed and 21 others were injured after a gunman opened fire at 3 sites in Oslo in a suspected Islamist anti-alphabet mafia attack. Like all these LGBTQ plus people, the alphabet mafia, these the queers for Palestine, right here, why do they not realize that the people that they're supporting will kill them? What the hell's wrong with you? 2023, heat wave across Texas, southern United States, and northern Mexico entered a third week, with San Angulo hitting record high of 112 degrees Fahrenheit, 44 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah. We also have MLB Philadelphia Phillies sent 10 batters to the plate in the 8th inning and scored 4 runs with 1 hit, a single. Wow. How do you do that? I guess loaded plates?
Well, bases
Yeah.
Not plates. Home plate. The rest of them are bases.
Well,
so the base is loaded, yeah.
I had to fuck up somewhere. Like, you know, that was unintentional, but still, like, I'm just, when it comes to
4 runs is
sports,
1 hit, a
Yeah.
single, 3
Yeah.
walks.
2 hit batters,
batters,
an
yeah.
error for a 7-6 win over visiting New York
Yeah,
Mets
that
and
can
Citizens
happen. I
Bank
can see
Park.
that happen.
Yeah. 2024, China's Sanjay 6 mission was the first to return samples from the far side of the moon. Far side of the moon. Landing in its Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. All right. Finland said it gave preemptive bird flu vaccinations for at-risk workers, the first country in the world to do so. I don't know about if I support that. A huge aerial survey across South Sudan's Boma and Badalingo national parks reveal the world's largest mammal migration, including 6 million antelopes.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. 2024, violent protests in Nairobi, Kenya against a new tax bill. Protesters stormed parliament and set it alight. Police opened fire, killing 5 and wounding around 31. So other source, thousands of people stormed Kenya's parliament buildings protesting passing of the government's 2024-25 finance bill. And last but not least, 2025, this time last year, Axiom Mission 4 launched to the International Space Station carrying 4 astronauts, including the first astronauts from Poland and India since the end of the Cold War. Wow, that's epic.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the end of our description for any links that you may find interesting, including but unlimited to all things Omni Coalition. These links will be down there in about 10 minutes or so from now. You know, there's so much history that continues to happen. You know, every single day we can only bring you a portion between 2 sources. We have gone through our 42 pages today in an hour and 15 minutes. You know, 5/4 of an hour there. Bless you.
Thank you.
So, what's the code word today? Let us know that viewers are still watching.
Sneezy.
Sneezy, yeah, sneezy in the comment section. For your dose of past events daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I'm Alexander.
Golden Loon.
And you, VRU. And until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. Rate 5 thumbs, then subscribe. Toodles!